aggressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
And now Dallas' starting group. P.J. Washington out there with Davis. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Daniel Gafford. And it's Thompson in at the shooting guard position. And it's Green missing. And Dallas with possession. The three from Washington. It's rebounded by Şengün. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Three-pointer, Brooks. There's the triple. Houston with another miss.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Irving for three. The shot that time not on target.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
A clear look for Green. Cans it from the wing.
You can tell Green likes to move quickly. He gets that ball, and he's taking the shot in just a few seconds.
Since being drafted in 2021, Alperen Şengün has really grown his game, Richard.
Particularly his assist numbers. That's what impresses me. You can run the offense through the 6'11" Şengün. It's so impressive.
Knocks it down from distance. Green's got 5 now.
And it's encouraging to watch Green knock down the triple. Needs to keep doing this.
Another miss by Irving. Houston has gone 1 of 4 from deep. The three from Thompson. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Fires the three. He drops it from range.
Let me just say this, Klay Thompson is one of about 10 people in NBA history that you do not want to leave open for a three. The defense has to make it harder for him out there.
Now here's Van Vliet. Thompson finds Brooks. Goes up from the top of the key. Klay Thompson pulls down the board.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised it ended up going their way with the miss.
And it's Washington missing.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
And here's Green from the arc. Gafford grabs the miss. Here are the Mavericks now with the ball. Trailing by 2. Washington outside. Back to Irving. Davis against Brooks. Left side Davis. Just 5 on the clock. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Rockets have gone only 2 of 6 from the field. Green, the pass to Şengün. And he's off on his first shot of the game.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Van Vliet against Irving. Over Van Vliet. And that one hits the back iron.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Now here's Irving. Pass to Thompson. Lets the three fly. And that one's good. Irving for 3.
Going right back at them. Kyrie answers with a 3 of his own. Woo.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute, and the point of emphasis in the game plan against Anthony Davis was to simply be more physical inside. Coach said we have to force him outside the paint and make him shoot those mid to long range shots. Sounds like they're willing to give up the outside shot to keep Davis from dominating the paint.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
Look, he's got a 7.5-foot wingspan. AD's release point makes it impossible to stop that jumper.
Now here's Irving. Over Van Vliet. And it's Irving missing.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And another miss by Houston. And here's Davis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. A shot from the mid-range. And it's Irving missing. And Houston is shooting 23%. Not great so far. And Thompson gets it to go.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Washington, a screen on Green. There's Davis with the 3. No good on the shot. The Rockets lead by 3. Brooks left side. Jacks up a 3. Rebound, Anthony Davis. Davis has got a rebound number 5 here tonight. And here's Thompson for 3. Rockets with a rebound. Şengün's got 8 rebounds in the game. Here's Van Vliet. Shoots over Davis. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's Jalen Green making highlights for Houston. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And taking a look at Houston's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
Smith and Şengün play together in the front court. Aaron Holiday out there with Cam Whitmore. And it's Eason in at the small forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Irving for 3. Goes up with it again. It's hauled in by Houston. Outside Whitmore. Fires for 3. Sinks the tray. Whitmore's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
And out of bounds. The Rockets will take it. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Richard, if you look back at the Rockets' history, it's striking how many all-time greats have worn that uniform.
There are so many Hall of Famers: Hakeem Olajuwon, Ralph Sampson, Calvin Murphy, Yao Ming, Elvin Hayes, and that's only to name a few.
Here's Marshall. Again, the miss by Dallas. Houston leading by 6. Here's Smith. Outside Holiday. Lets it go from deep. Got a piece of it. Dallas has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Irving for 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Another miss from him, struggling to find his rhythm.
Outside Whitmore. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Whitmore's got his second basket of the night.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
Pass to Marshall. Fires the 3. Irving for 3. He buries it from 3. Irving's got 6.
Oh, what a pretty shot from Kyrie Irving. This man just has the perfect touch from any distance.
Offensive board. Smith outside. Outside Holiday. 4-3. Lively grabs the miss.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Ooh, stolen by Smith. Here's Whitmore outside. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Lively's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Christie from deep. It's rebounded by Houston. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. The 3 is up. And Whitmore with the 3. He's got 9. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes a legal guarding position would help players and officials. That's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
From behind the arc. Lively grabs the miss. Lively's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Christie. They get it again. Eason with a steal. It's intercepted. Here's Christie. Off target from 3-point range.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Here's Whitmore outside. Lively grabs the miss. Lively's got his 8th rebound here tonight. The drive by Irving. Marshall inside. Covered by Smith. Puts up a 3. Eason pulls it in. And there's the foul. It's on Derek Lively. That's his first foul of the game. And Houston will go for a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Dylan Brooks comes in for Eason. Green's checked in for Whitmore. And Van Vliet is subbed in for Holiday. On the wing, Thompson. Three-pointer. Oh, and Clay makes that three look so easy.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Smith passes to Brooks. Back to Smith. Green for three. And that bucket makes him 4 for 7 today. Good production.
Certain times you can tell when a player is going to shoot the ball, and you can see that from Green on his way up the floor.
Davis, the pass to Washington. Tries it from 19. Davis can't hit. On the wing, Thompson. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Looking to run whenever they can. That's part of why they lead. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Nice game. Great performance by Jalen Green.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
So the Mavericks 5 right now. Anthony Davis is out there with Daniel Gafford. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Washington in at the 3. You know, it's hard to understate the value Van Vliet brings to this team, Richard.
When you look back at Toronto's championship in 2019, he made some huge plays. When the moment got big, he came through and came out on top.
6 on the shot clock. The 3 from Thompson. It's hauled in by Houston. Şengün's got 11 rebounds in the game. Thompson scanning the floor. Şengün, a screen on Thompson. Green for 3. Gafford grabs the miss. Mavericks trail by 8. Irving for 3. Doesn't go that time.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Here's Şengün. Drops in the 3.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Irving for 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
BA, Fred Van Vliet said, I've been a leader on pretty much every team that I've ever played for. I'm a leader in life. It's just something you either have or you don't. Something you got to work at. Some guys will gravitate towards it, but some won't. Brian, is it that simple?
Well, I think most of his teammates value what he has to say, for sure. Pass to Brooks. Outside, Green. Şengün, a screen on Thompson. Van Vliet outside. For 3. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Davis, the pass to Thompson. Back to Davis. And a miss there on the triple.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Let's go with a 3. And it's Irving missing. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Houston with another miss. Mavericks trail by 11. Pass to Davis. Oh, Brooks with the steal. And stolen by Irving. And now the Mavs on the run. The 3 from Washington. Dallas no good that time either. The Rockets have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. And it's Green missing. Washington against Brooks. Outside Davis. Out to Thompson. Here's the three. Connects from downtown. Thompson's got 9.
This is something that Clay works on all the time, even though he is already elite at it. He readies himself to fire once he catches that ball.
Oh, got that one up quick. And the Rockets lead by 11.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. The Mavericks pull it in. Gafford's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Davis. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Davis has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Outside, Green. There's the 3. Mavericks with a rebound. Thompson scanning the floor. Here's Irving. And it falls all over the rim and in. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul of the game. Houston making some changes. Steven Adams checked in for Şengün. Smith comes in for Thompson. And Tari Eason subbed in for Brooks. The 3 ball. Houston with another miss. Mavericks trail by 7. Right side Davis. Over Green. Adams grabs the miss. The Rockets shooting only 29% in this one. Not great. Outside Eason. The 3, Smith. Davis with a rebound. Davis has got 9. Rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution on the board.
And so it's Dallas with it. 7-point differential.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Dallas shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. Free throw good, Dinwiddie. And Houston making a change here. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. 11 seconds left in the third. Green, the pass to Smith. Here's Whitmore outside. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Rockets ahead. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Smith and Şengün play together in the front court. Cam Whitmore out there with Aaron Holiday. And it's Eason in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Counted from distance.
Ooh, that's a clever pass there by Kyrie, getting the ball to the guy for the better look.
Smith against Edwards. Şengün passes to Holiday. This one for 3. The steal. Outside Irving to take the lead. They get the rebound. The kick out to Edwards. Beyond the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. Edwards has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
Well, they've also been impressive, forcing a ton of mistakes. Not only that, but converting those mistakes into points on the other end.
The offensive rebound. Outside for Irving. Launches it. And Edwards with the basket on the assist from Irving.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
To win the run. Houston with another miss.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it. And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
Eason, good.
And you can see Smith has the vision. Now, it'll be interesting to watch that part of his game continue to develop.
And it's Irving off the drive. And here's Edwards outside. Gets the three to fall. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And the defense is looking almost lost on the perimeter. That opens up a quality three-point shot, and he delivers.
Big three right there, especially at this point in the game.
Irving, no good.
Nothing is going his way in this half offensively. Really having a hard time finding his shot.
Back to Smith. Over Edwards. And the Rockets tack on 2 more.
This is huge for Smith's overall growth. Now, he wants to be a knockdown scorer in big-time spots.
Edwards, a pass to Christie. Shot clock at 6. Off the mark there with a 3. The Rockets have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this 4th quarter. Pass to Eason. Now here's Holiday. Outside Whitmore. The outside leaner. Edwards pulls it in.
When you're that open, do you really need to go with the leaner?
It's lively, high post. Eason with a steal. On the wing, Holiday. The 3 is up. On target from range. Holiday's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition, just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Eason lively grabs the miss. Here are the Mavericks now with the ball. Trailing by 4. Back to Marshall. Inside. Oh, deflected. Here's Edwards. And he buries it. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Whitmore. The offensive rebound. Takes a 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Now here's Irving. Edwards a screen on Holiday. Irving for 3. No good from 3-point range. Off target with the shot. And so the big win by Houston. And thanks, Allie. Great.
in Beal. Dunn is out there with Durant, and it's Richards in at the 5 down low. And for Houston, running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Thompson is out there with Alperen Şengün, and it's Van Vliet in at the 1. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Well, both these teams, of course, Greg, strong and rebounding. Should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
They get it back. Kicks it out to Booker. Jacks up a 3. Fred VanVleet grabs the miss. And so VanVleet will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Brooks dishes to Green. Thompson, a screen on Beal. Near the three-point line, it's VanVleet. That one's in, his first shot this game.
So important as a point guard in a pick-and-roll play to understand when it's your turn to score it. Fred VanVleet does just that.
Out to Thompson. Here's the 3. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Ahmed will blow right by you.
No good from Booker.
I know he wants to answer the 3 that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Now here's Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Snatched up. Out to Brooks. There's the triple. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Phoenix has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. KD on the wing. Outside for Beal. Good on the three-point shot.
Don't you love the confidence of Bradley Beal? In rhythm, in the catch-and-shoot game, so good.
The big challenge in Beal's career, Doris, has been staying consistently healthy, right?
There's no question about it, Kevin, because you never have doubted the talent. I mean, Bradley Beal is a 3-tool player. He came into the league as an elite shooter, but now has become incredibly good with the basketball in his hand. The good news, he's always been resilient and fought hard to come back as quickly as possible. You love the efficiency of that play. Kevin Durant on the interior. Yes, sir.
Brooks misses. The Suns have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Pass to Durant. Basket good.
Well, this is exactly how you want to attack the defense. Kevin Durant accepting the punishment, but refuses to be denied.
Brooks misses.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Şengün is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alpie's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA, totally agree. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said. And the shot goes in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Şengün kicks to VanVleet. The tray. It's hauled in by the Suns. Richards got his 8th rebound here tonight. Dunn finds KD. And And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. So, Doris, when you look at the whole package, is Durant a one-of-a-kind player in your opinion?
Well, we certainly have guys with that size, but this is a player who can literally play every single position on the floor. The size, 7 foot. The ball skills, the shooting, the playmaking, the decision-making. I am not sure we will ever see another Durantula. The great one, Kevin Durant.
In the corner, it's Eason. Here's Whitmore. Off target from three-point range. And it's the Suns' ball. They're on a 17-4 run right now. Out to KD. Takes a 3. Here's Plumlee. Tries yet again, and it's good on the way in.
Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
Şengün with a screen on Beal. And so it's Phoenix, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Grayson Allen is out there with Jones. Then it's Plumlee. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Bull in at the 4. The 3. Eason grabs the board. Rockets trail by 7. Here's Whitmore. Off target from outside. Here's Bull. Offensive rebound to the right side. Lets the 3 fly. Pass to O'Neal. Shoots the 3. Rockets with the rebound. Şengün's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Another miss by Houston.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Rockets have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Rockets trail by 7.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Here's Bull. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Smith with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Şengün kicks to Smith over O'Neal. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
And you know what? He had to clear some space for himself to get that rebound. Not an easy one there among the big boys.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Bull. Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Houston. Fred VanVleet comes in for Aaron Holiday. And then for Phoenix, Donnie's checked in for Bull. Beal comes in for Allen. And it's Devin Booker in for Tyus Jones. Thompson passes to Şengün. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Smith. Another miss by Houston.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
And that one's good. Beal.
Well, that is so easy for Bradley Beal. From 3, no problem.
Near the three-point line, it's VanVleet. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Rockets trail by 8. Thompson for 3. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 5 rebounds tonight. Booker with no one around, and it's off from three-point range. Rocket shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. And Doris, one guy who rarely has an off night, Devin Booker.
He has been the model of consistent excellence, Kevin. This guy's so efficient, so productive, all about winning. I am not sure Devin Booker gets the credit he deserves for the level he's at every night. Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
Van Vliet wide open. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Van Vliet's got 7 points.
Well, because of his high basketball IQ, Fred Van Vliet understands catch and shoot. I'm shot ready. Jumper in.
Booker nails the three. So confident.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. To the left wing. Inside. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
So for the Rockets, Dylan Brooks. He's checked in for Tari Eason. And Jalen Green subbed in for Alperen Şengün. And for the Suns, Nick Richards. He's checked in for Plumlee. And Kevin Durant subbed in for Royce O'Neal. For three, Booker. It's good, and that's just his third make in 10 shots. An off game for him.
You've got to be there on the catch if Devin Booker gets an opportunity from the perimeter. This guy too good a shooter.
A pull-up. Fires from deep. Kept alive. It's tipped. And here's KD for three. And so it's the Phoenix Suns holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
At the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. Alperen Şengün out there with Amen Thompson. And it's Brooks in at the small forward. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Booker finds KD. Lets it go from deep. Another three for Phoenix.
Oh, that's too easy for KD. You just can't let him get a look from the corner.
Yep, that one goes in there. Thompson's got 7.
Just reliable for guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Booker the pass to Richards. Kicks it out to Booker. Fade away. Green with the rebound.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
For 3, Durant. Pass to Dunn. Takes the 3. And there's KD. That's good on the assist from Dunn. Dunn's got 3 assists tonight. Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
Durant, that's good.
The answer from Kevin Durant, not having any of it.
The 3, and another 3 for Houston.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
It's incredible to me how players have become so adept at creating just enough space to get the shot off. Nicely done.
Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA chose to extinguish G League Ignite. G-League President Sharif Abdul-Rahim says with the changing environment across youth and collegiate basketball, now is the right time to take this step. For Kevin, in its short time, the Ignite produced double-digit draftees, so the experiment was a success.
A huge success, D.A. Thank you. Şengün. Thompson passes to Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists in the game.
Green knows that he needs to take and make threes at a good clip. Nice shot there.
Durant against Şengün. Durant inside. Buries it down low. KD's got 20.
Kevin Durant just understands how to find the open spots on the floor. His scoring line, proof of him getting to the efficiency we always look to.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Dunn finds Durant. Back to Dunn from past the arc. The Rockets pull it in. And it's Houston on the break. And it's Green missing. Suns leading by 12. Richards with it. Picked up by Thompson. And Thompson sends it back. And they'll keep possession. Launches it. Durant, money from deep.
Boy, Kevin Durant, the quick release and from distance.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Booker pulls it in. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. There's 42 seconds left to play in the third. Durant for 3. The Rockets pull it in. Şengün. It's Brooks on the wing. Hasn't made one yet. Şengün no good. The Suns shooting just 31% in the game. Rockets with the rebound. Şengün's got rebound number 15 here tonight. And here's Brooks from outside. It's hauled in by Dunn. Dunn's got 7 rebounds in the game. Van Vliet right side. Beats the buzzer! Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
Great.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Suns lead by 12. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court for the Suns, Jones is out there with Devin Booker. Then there's Dunn. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Plumlee in at the 5 spot. Jones, no one around him. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Here's Eason. Misses the 3. Phoenix leading by 10. Here's Dunn. In the corner, it's Plumlee. Phoenix, no good that time either.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And that one's good, Whitmore.
Oh, how about the vision from Smith? You have to know not just where, but when to deliver the ball.
For 3, Booker. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Here's Whitmore. And that one is good. Whitmore's got 5 points now this quarter.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Well, you see how confident Devin Booker is down low. Doesn't even think twice about looking to score in there.
Here's Whitmore. Defended by Booker. A 3-pointer off the mark. The Suns leading. One-on-one here. Lobbed up there for O'Neal. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the three ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
Something else that they've had working for them is attacking the offensive glass. Boy, taking advantage and creating second chance points. Impressive.
On the wing, Green. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Ball's knocked loose. It's Brooks on the wing, defended by Richard. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Suns leading by 8. Durant with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Muscling it in, Kevin Durant.
Well, let's remember, Kevin Durant is superb at scoring at the rim. He's so long, it doesn't matter if you push him, shove him, he stays focused. Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot. But right now, this guy is cooking.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Şengün, no good.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Durant way outside. Hands it from downtown. KD's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, how about the range from Kevin Durant? Dial it in from another zip code.
And there's the call on Amen Thompson.
First team foul.
That's his first foul. 1:49 left here in the fourth quarter. And Durant launches from deep. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That is his first foul of the game.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Well, silly foul. He realized it when it happened. That's where you'd like to see him show a little bit more discipline.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
Well, sometimes when you've got size, your release point is so high that you're going to get a good look no matter what.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. A deep three from Durant. Another three for Phoenix.
Oh, beautiful looking shot. I mean, when you can hit it from that deep, wow.
Here's Green, and it comes off the front of the rim. Phoenix leading by 12. KD with it. Picked up by Thompson. Got it to drop!
Goodbye!
He got it to drop!
Goodbye and good night!
Oh.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Suns.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for KD.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
And Durant launches from deep. Offensive rebound. Fires from way outside. From deep three-point territory. It's rebounded by Houston. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. The shot by Thompson, no good. And here are the Suns now. 13-point lead. And the Suns miss again. Green taking his time here. And the three ball is good. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth. And Durant launches from deep. So it's the Suns winning easily here. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
right, B.A., and I think that's where the game's going to ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of these bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively, too.
All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant, and it's done in at the 3. Now here's Irving. No good on the triple. Outside Booker. The 3-ball. Phoenix no good that time either. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And stolen by Booker. Here's the 3. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
Shooting while in rhythm. This is Booker's game. He's out here to score.
Washington, a screen on Booker. Washington outside. Back to Irving. Washington outside. Pass to Davis. Shoots over Durant. The Suns clear it. When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
Now here's Gafford. Washington passes to Irving. 6 to shoot. Tries again. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Well, I'm not sure how that one found the bottom of the net, but, hey, you take it when it comes.
On the wing, Thompson. Takes the 3, and he buries his first look.
Such a silky, smooth stroke from deep. Thompson, excellent accuracy.
For 3, Booker. Davis with a rebound.
Tried to come right back at him with the 3. Not that time.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with Jason Kidd. I asked Coach what the game plan is for Kevin Durant. They remarked, hope KD misses a few shots. A 7-footer with his skill should be illegal. Durant is a legend, but our guys are hyped to face off with him. Let's see if their energy can slow Durant down a little bit, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Richards with it. Checked by Washington. Dunn outside. And the Suns miss again. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 from deep. The 3 from Thompson. They get it back. Outside for Irving. Beyond the arc. Unable to get that one.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Now here's Davis. Defended by Dunn. The 3 from Thompson. Richards pulls it in. The Suns trailing. Durant way outside. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. The 3 from Washington. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving.
Corners can be a little suspect for Washington, but he puts a smooth stroke on it this time.
Durant way outside. And no good. The dry spell continues. Irving looking around. And here's Thompson for 3. And Dallas hits again from deep.
The blend of confidence and skill, beautiful to see. Thompson knew all he needed was the ball in his hands.
There's Davis with the 3. The Suns clear it. Here's Dunn. Phoenix no good that time either. The Mavericks lead by 8. And here's Thompson for 3. Outside for Irving. This one for 3. Another missed shot. He's 1 of 5, looking shaky out there. Beal with it, and Davis picks him up defensively. Beal's shot is good.
Down in the corner, Beal shoots with confidence. Just one more area he can score from consistently.
Pass to Irving. Washington outside. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. And the Suns pushing it up now. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
Yeah, great awareness there from Booker. A selfless team-first player.
Washington, a screen on Booker. And here's Washington. Davis, the pass to Irving. On target from range. Irving's got 5 now.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Offensive rebound. Outside for Davis. Three-pointer. Buried from outside.
There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time or not?
And, of course, they want to make sure it was the right call, but I'm not sure how much it'll impact.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Dallas on top, leading by 5. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Mavericks?
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
Derek Lively is out there with Najee Marshall. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Christie in at the small forward position. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Jones misses.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Again, the miss by Dallas.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
And Irving gets it to go.
Doesn't matter if he's well guarded or not. Kyrie knocking it down from deep.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the Suns are going for it. All-star guard Devin Booker said everybody here is on the same page. We're in win-now mode. We want excellence. We know it's not going to be easy, but when you give up that much, we're trying to win this year and years to come. Brian, this front office has been aggressive.
They are all in, Allie. Thank you. In transition, here come the Suns. And the basket by Beal.
We talk about guys with pure strokes. Beal's in that discussion.
And so it's Irving with it. He brings it up for Dallas. It's a 5-point game. Nice shot by Christie.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
The Suns have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Jones, the pass to O'Neal. The 3. Lively grabs the miss. Lively's got 6 rebounds in the game. Stolen by Jones. There's Plumlee with a 3. Lively grabs the miss.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Lively with a screen on Jones. Irving for 3. From deep. Phoenix grabs the miss. For 3, Allen. Lively grabs the miss. Lively's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Nice shot by Christie. Christie's got 6. Well, Clark, every player should know their leash with the officials.
Very much so, but I think most players should keep their mouths shut. There's too much yakking at officials, in my mind. It takes away from the beauty of the game. It's an eyesore, and I wish more players would just play and keep their mouths shut, especially when it comes to talking to the official.
Lively's shot is off. Suns trail by 11. Beal outside. From downtown, the Mavericks pull it in. Lively's got 11 rebounds in the game. Irving, the pass to Marshall. From outside, off the mark. Allen outside. Outside Jones. Launches a 3. O'Neal on the wing. Jones against Lively. Just 5 to shoot. To snap the cold streak. Yep, that one goes. We've got 1:13 left to play in the second quarter. Irving for 3. The offensive rebound. Fires the 3. Pure from 3-point range. Irving's got 6 in the quarter.
Some of the quickest hands in the NBA. Kyrie showing you that quick release there.
And the basket by Plumlee.
That's how you up the ante. come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Jones with the ball, and Lively picks him up defensively. There's Plumlee with a three. Lively grabs the miss. Dallas leading by 9. There's the triple. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. Phoenix is shooting a tough 22% from the field so far. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Let's go with a three. And Beal gets it to go on the assist by Plumlee. Beal's got 9.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Here's Marshall. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. O'Neal passes to Jones. Back to O'Neal. Fires for 3. Got a piece of it. Doesn't go for him. And so it's Dallas leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Appearing in control, but could still use a little more of a push to feel totally comfortable in this one. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Kicking off the second half, here's Mike Budenholzer's 5. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Nick Richards, and it's Dunn in at the 3, the small forward.
Stepping up to secure the board, he just wanted it more.
Thompson against Beal. Thompson's shot is off. Suns trail by 6. Beal left side. The 3 is up. KD splashes the triple.
No fear or hesitation from KD. He's able to hit from anywhere.
Irving, the pass to Thompson. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Pass to Irving. Thompson scanning the floor. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
Booker, the pass to Durant. That doesn't go either for Durant.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Greg.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
Booker, the pass to Dunn. Back to Booker. Stolen by Gafford. Davis from long range. Pass to Dunn. Three-pointer. Beal. Phoenix no good that time either. Dallas leading by 3. Outside Irving. Back to Davis. Three-pointer off the mark. Phoenix has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Davis against Durant. It's Booker on the wing. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And it's Davis again missing. Suns trail by 3. Dunn left side. For the tie. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Irving with it. Richards picks him up. The 3 from Washington. Nails it from beyond the arc. Washington's got 6.
That was silky smooth there by Washington. Only takes him a few seconds to lock and load.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Bradley Beal is settling in as one of multiple stars in Phoenix. He said, it's been an adjustment for sure. You go from being very ball dominant to now you share the dominance. And it's a sacrifice and also an adjustment of learning a totally different role. Brian, he says it's a process, but one he embraces.
Good point. Thanks, Allie. Irving against Booker. Thompson, a screen on Booker. Out to Thompson. Three-pointer. They get it back. Outside Davis. 4-3. That shot, no good.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. Two hands and down.
Here's Thompson. Dallas, no good that time either.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Connects from downtown.
Surprised the defense that time. They dared Davis to take that shot, and now they pay the price.
Durant. That doesn't go either for Durant. Dallas leading by 7. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Washington passes to Davis. Goes up on the wing. Richards pulls it in. Richards has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Booker against Irving. Beal outside. Drops in the 3. Beal's got 12.
I love it. Just thumbing his nose at the height disadvantage. He's able to get the space he needs and convert.
And you look at him, he's giving up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
And that'll... And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Suns trail by 4. They've got Derek Lively, Kyrie Irving out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's Najee Marshall, and it's Christie in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Sinks it from distance.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Pass to Christie. It's stolen by Dunn. Jones against Irving. Outside O'Neal. Dunn outside. Outside Jones to take the lead. The Mavericks pull it in. Lively's got rebound number 13 tonight with that one. Here's Christie from outside the arc. Knocks down the triple. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Booker. So for Dallas, Edwards comes in for Christie, and it's Klay Thompson in for Dinwiddie. Dallas leading by 4. Irving with it. He's picked up by Jones. Thompson passes to Marshall. Back to Thompson. Outside for Irving. For 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
You know, when Irving rises up to take these shots, so smooth in how he gets it done. He always seems to be in control.
It seems like every miss ends up in his hands. He's been unreal.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
Out left to the wing. The kick out to Edwards. And he misses his first shot. Suns trail by 7. Here's Booker. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
The 3 from Thompson. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. There's Plumlee with a 3. Edwards pulls it in. And it's Edwards with the ball for Dallas. Out to Thompson. Jacks up a 3. They get it again. Pass to Marshall. Puts up a 3. Again, the miss by Dallas. The Suns have got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. Oh, wasted no time on that one.
And this is big for Booker's confidence. With this 3-point ball falling, he's so tough to stop.
Out to Thompson. Stolen by Jones. There's the three. Klay Thompson pulls down the board.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Pass to Marshall. Now Irving fires the three. Drains the triple. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
And Kyrie is a threat from anywhere beyond the arc, including those corners.
Kept alive. Outside O'Neal. And here's Jones. And stolen by Irving. They push it up 4 on 3. Off target from three-point range. Suns trail by 7. For 3, Booker. Oh! Booker with the triple.
Huge, man. I mean, the defense knows what Booker's capable of, but cannot get a stop.
Pass to Marshall from behind the arc. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Jones has got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside O'Neal. The 3 is up. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to them free at the line.
And so he's good on all 3 free throws. And that narrows the gap to 1.
And you know, with the score where it is, they needed every one of those free throws.
Outside Davis. Irving for 3. O'Neal pulls it in.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
For 3, Durant knocks it down from distance.
Oh, in pressure moments, he's a guy you trust to make big shots.
Washington right side. And miss after miss right now. Well, Phoenix is shooting only 36% since the 4th quarter started. For 3, Durant. Mavericks with the rebound. It's a one-on-one situation. And stolen by Durant. 34 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. Oh, deflected. Leaps for it. Thompson with it. Beal picks him up. Launches it. Davis misses.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's got to brain it in down the stretch here.
From the arc. Misses the 3. And here's Thompson for 3. Good from downtown. What a shot. They may take a second look at it. Boy, that was... For a review of the last-second buzzer beater. Boy, this game hangs in the balance of this review now.
Yeah, the replay makes it obvious. I mean, he got that shot off in time. It should be an easy decision for the official.
Well, I can't see how they've come to any other conclusion. I mean, we have a good look at it on the replay.
Richard, look no further than these two teams in front of us.
I'm expecting a fun one here tonight, Kevin. Definitely not for the faint of heart. These teams love to get out and run.
Now here is Davis. Off target with his three.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
And he gets it to go.
He can get it done off the dribble or off the catch. Green is just a flat-out shooter.
And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. Irving passes to Washington. That three off the mark. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Jason Kidd.
I asked him how they plan on bottling up Jalen Green. Now, he said we have to try and stay in front of him and protect the rim. Jalen is an explosive athlete and an incredibly crafty finisher around the basket, so keeping him out of the paint will be easy. Guys, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And Van Vliet, not the same scorer he once was, Richard, but he has improved his playmaking.
And that's the adjustment that Van Vliet needed to make. The scoring doesn't always have to be there for him. But if he can set up, facilitate, and be a game manager, he'll find a large role.
Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Out to Brooks. Offensive rebound. Şengün passes to Brooks. Near the three-point line, it's Van Vliet. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And the stroke of Van Vliet is so nice, proving once again why he's so valuable to this team.
Irving finds Washington. And here is Davis. Shot clock at 6. Will it go? Klay Thompson, and that's good.
Let me just say this, Klay Thompson is one of about 10 people in NBA history that you do not want to leave open for a three. The defense has to make it harder for him out there.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 5, and here's Green outside. Unable to get that one. For Dallas, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And it's Davis missing. Rockets have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Outside, Green. Brooks kicks to Green. Back to Brooks. Thompson passes to Green. Oh, good with the triple. Mavericks trail by 4. Irving with it. Now defended by Şengün. They get it back. Thompson outside. Outside Irving. Shoots over Van Vliet. No good from Irving. Rockets leading by 4. So RJ, the Rockets last year, they were exactly at 500. 41 up and 41 down.
Still, they missed the play-in by 5 games. In the East, they easily are in. That just tells you how difficult a rebuild in the Western Conference is. And Houston is up against it.
Now here's Van Vliet. Green inside the three-point line. Rebounded by Gafford.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Davis with a screen on Green. Thompson for the triple. The shot will not fall. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. Driving to the basket. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Fast break, Dallas. From deep, Washington. On the wing, Irving. And stolen by Thompson. They could use a bucket. It's rebounded by Dallas. Davis with it. Picked up by Thompson. Thompson outside. Beyond the arc. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Thompson's got 6 points.
What poise from Thompson. Not allowing for any distractions from his shot.
Near the three-point line, it's Van Vliet. Another miss by Houston.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Boy, he can wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Klay Thompson has been leading the charge for the Mavericks. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Dallas.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
We've got Derek Lively, Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Irving. Then there's Christie, and it's Marshall in at power forward. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Here's Christie for 3. The offensive rebound. The kick out to Irving. Connects from three-point range. Irving's got his first 3 points of the game.
Oh, what a pretty shot from Kyrie Irving. This man just has the perfect touch from any distance.
Buries it from three-point range.
3 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Eason against Irving. And a wide-open look for Whitmore. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Houston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. From outside, off the mark. For Dallas, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Rockets trail. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Got a piece of it. Smith finds Whitmore. Plenty of space. Misses off the left iron.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Christie. Marshall with it, working on Smith. Irving from long range. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. But 3. Another miss by Houston. And so here is Dallas. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. The shot's good from Christie.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Here's Whitmore. Still yet to score. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Richard, we've seen how far basketball has evolved from 10 years ago to 5 years ago to now. What is it looking like when you go ahead 5 or 10 years?
I think in 5 to 10 years, we're going to see more and more centers that are just so skilled. Taller players, more Kevin Durant's. You're going to see more Wemby's. You're going to see more Chet Holmgrens because they're not just putting the tall guy underneath the basket. They're giving him the ball and teaching him how to run pick and roll now.
From deep three-point land. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Pass to Şengün. Houston moving the ball around. And it's Whitmore missing. Mavericks leading by 5. 3, Marshall. Whitmore with it. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Lively's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And Alperen Şengün continues to prove himself, RJ, as one of the game's most promising big men.
Oh, a lot of it is because of his passing ability, Kevin. Shades of Nikola Jokic out there. Having a big man who can distribute like Şengün is a real luxury.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked off here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Man, just the total offensive package. Kyrie is a once-in-a-generation guard.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Jared Wiley. Anthony Davis comes in for Najee Marshall. Washington's checked in for Christie. And it's Klay Thompson in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Davis kicks to Thompson. Van Vliet against Irving. It's Davis on the wing. Pass to Washington. Shot clock reset for Dallas. Launches a three. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Thompson for the triple. No good on that one. Now Washington, it's tipped. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Mavericks lead by 5. We're back after this from American Airlines Center.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
Starting the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. At the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. Thompson is out there with Dylan Brooks. And it's Şengün in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Brooks. Nothing on the board. For 3, Van Vliet.
Thompson. First personal foul. First team foul.
On its way from Irving for 2. Green with the rebound.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas. Irving for 3. Outside for Davis. For the 3. They get it back. Pass to Irving. Lets it go from deep. Oh, Davis showing his range.
And finally, someone scores.
It's a slugfest. Maybe not the prettiest game we've seen, but sometimes the best wins are the ugly ones.
Van Vliet, and count it from 19 feet away. Van Vliet's got 7 points in the game.
And I like Van Vliet's shot selection. Terrific at looking to score when he sees the opportunity.
That doesn't go in either for Irving. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Washington passes to Davis. To the middle. The kick out to Irving. Pass to Davis. Sweet move. Davis can't get that one to fall. It's trailed by 6. Now Thompson. Şengün passes to Green. Back to Şengün. Out to Thompson. And here's Brooks from outside. It's rebounded by Dallas. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. You talk about reputations, RJ. Few have one like Dylan Brooks.
I'll give it to this man. He is fearless. He doesn't care if it's Steph, LeBron, his mom, whoever. Dylan is trying to get in their head. You want guys like that on your side.
Now here's Brooks. Following the miss by Fred Van Vliet. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That is his first foul of the game. Marshall, he's checked in for Washington. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Tari Eason's checked in for Brooks. Now here's Irving. 6 points for him. On the wing, Thompson. Guarded by Green. 20 feet out. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Rockets trail by 6. In the corner, it's Eason. No good from outside. So it's Davis who'll bring the ball up for the Dallas Mavericks. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Marshall gets the bucket.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
Thompson passes to Şengün. Şengün with the screen for Van Vliet. And it comes off the front of the rim. Dallas leading by 9. Irving kicks to Marshall. Outside, Davis. That's good on the jump shot. Davis has got 5 points in the quarter.
For a big man, Davis can really finesse it.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Drills it from outside.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Smith checked in for the Rockets. Cam Whitmore comes in for Amen Thompson. Lively inside. Covered by Smith. Offensive rebound. Outside for Davis. The 3. Davis can't get that one to fall. Rockets trail by 8. From deep, Green. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Dinwiddie. Here's Marshall, covered by Van Vliet. And here we go. Fast break. Van Vliet's got it. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
And Van Vliet's got quick hands and even more hustle. That's the combination you need for a one-man fast break.
Marshall gets the bucket.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Near the three-point line, it's Van Vliet. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game. From deep three-point land, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. The third quarter comes to a close. It's Dallas. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm.
But I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Now here's Irving, and the rejection by Smith.
A relentless defender, Smith, proving how disruptive he can be on that end.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for Houston?
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
How about the ball hockey defensively, moving their feet, anticipating, and then also coming up with steal.
Here's Holiday, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Easton passes to Smith to tie it up. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Christie, and the 3 ball is good. And now a 6-point Maverick lead.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to deal.
To the wing on the left. Easton gets a wide open look. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
And really, just when the fans were starting to get into this game, how about the silencer at the other end for a potential game-saving 3?
It's trailed by 3. Easton with it, guarded now by Irving. The shot by Williams, no good. The Mavericks shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. It's up a 3. The Rockets pull it in. Easton's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Over in the corner, Williams. Launches it. And Lively pulls it down. Dallas leading by 3. Williams passes to Christie. Back to Williams. Shot on the wing. And that one off the back of the rim and in. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. Holiday with the 3. And that one is off. Hard accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Lively inside. Decent on him. Great open look there. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
Something that's not talked about is that he is a high IQ player. You got to respect how fast Kyrie makes decisions, especially when it comes to shooting the ball.
Eason against Christie. From outside the arc, it's good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And all of a sudden, that 3 puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
And I bet he's thinking that he could close the gap completely if he can keep those threes coming.
Now here is Holiday. Here's Eason. Got it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. Much appreciated.
Rockets' opening lineup. Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Thompson out there with Dylan Brooks. And it's Şengün in at center, filling out the middle. And for Phoenix, Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant. And it's Dunn in at the small forward position. Well, Doris, you look back over the history of the NBA, hard to find a better scorer than KD.
Oh, B.A., he is unequivocally on the short list of the greatest scorers the league has ever seen. You think about guys, when you think about KD, guys that can create their own shot and hit from anywhere on the floor. You couple that with the size and the release point and the skill with the ball. Kevin Durant is a problem, folks.
And so here's Phoenix. After the Rockets picked up a basket a moment ago. Knocked away. Booker against Van Vliet. Booker, the pass to Dunn. 6 to shoot. Outside Durant. Launches it. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. Houston has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Şengün finds Green. Brooks outside. From downtown, Kevin Durant with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
For 3, Booker. Rockets with a rebound. On the wing, Green. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson.
Well, I mean, listen, Fred Van Vliet, you can practically close his eyes. That's how comfortable he is out on the arc.
Beal from outside. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Green. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
This is where Green is most effective. He's got a great feel for scoring inside.
And the call will be against Fred Van Vliet. That's his first foul. O'Neal, he's checked in for Phoenix.
Now into the lineup for your side.
Houston on D. Durant for 3. Outside O'Neal. Left side Booker. And stolen by Green. Here's Thompson. There's the drive. Durant pulls it in.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Now here's Van Vliet. Outside, Green. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Green's got 5 now.
Oh, my. I mean, Green is ready for a duel at the arc. I mean, he's always an eager three-point shooter. I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Here's Van Vliet following the score by Phoenix. Shoots it from the high post. And it's Green missing. The Suns trailing. All right, Doris, what's kind of an unsung stat you appreciate about the Suns lineup?
Wow, they are so gifted offensively. So I'd have to say very good at getting to the free throw line. That's important. Very good at baiting defenders and putting your opponent into the bonus. That's big. Attacking into coverage. They get to spend plenty of time at the free throw line. It's an underrated advantage, B.A.
Booker no good.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved. That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Booker on the take. Out to Beal. For 3, O'Neal. He buries it from 3.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Green, the pass to Brooks. Thompson outside. Back to Şengün. Here's Van Vliet. Yes, and it's Şengün picking up the assist. Van Vliet's got his second basket.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Outside O'Neal. Offline with a 3. The Rockets lead by 5. And here's Green from the arc. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Yeah, and Green has tons of confidence in his three-point shot. And it was on display right there as he knocked it down.
Booker for 3. It's hauled in by Houston. Şengün's got 4 rebounds now. Brooks, the pass to Green. Back to Brooks. 4 seconds left. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Houston shooting their initial free throws of the game here. The free throw drops for Brooks. And Houston making a change here. And Brooks drops them both. And out of bounds. Houston will have it.
Rocket substitution. Number 17, Tari Eason.
And so it's Houston ending the quarter up 10. And they've done well in limiting Durant's production. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And taking a look at Houston's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
Beal and Allen are out on the wing. Royce O'Neal is out there with Mason Plumlee. And it's Jones in at the point. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Suns trail by 10. And he lobs it up to the rim. Beal, no good.
Well, he saw the play coming together, but the timing was just a little off.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
The Suns making a switch here. Dunn's checked in. Houston leading by 9. Şengün finds Smith. And it's stolen by Plumlee. On the break. O'Neal passed it to Plumlee. And there's the call on Tari Eason. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Three-pointer, Beal. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Smith. And he lays it up and in.
And looks like Smith is already getting stronger. He's looking to add some muscle, and that finish through contact is a great sign. A great job to establish position and square up.
Phoenix making a switch here. Booker's checked in. Thompson, he's checked in for the Rockets. Fred VanVleet comes in for Holiday. Pass to Whitmore. Fades away. Plumlee pulls down the board. Suns trail by 11. Beal into the lane. And then Beal with the dunk.
Well, difficult choice for the defense, right? If you sag off, he drains the jumper. In this instance, you give him a step, and he finishes with a big-time drive.
Thompson's shot is off.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Beal gets the bucket.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Offensive rebound. VanVleet outside. Misses the 3. The Suns have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Booker against VanVleet. Look at Booker elevate.
Booker is always on the attack. That's nice.
Outside Eason. Back to Şengün. VanVleet on the wing. Fires the 3. Plumlee pulls down the board. Plumlee's got 6 rebounds in the game. VanVleet against Booker. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. It goes on Fred VanVleet.
Well, there's an activity level and a skill level that makes Devin Booker problematic on the offensive end. He dares defenders to get physical with him.
Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Phoenix. Jones comes in for Beal. Dylan Brooks checked in for Houston. Green comes in for Whitmore. Devin Booker is a two-guard, Doris. What's Book do that makes him special at that position?
I mean, so many things in terms of his skill. He's an elite shooter. He has become an excellent decision maker. He can get to the mid-range. He's a three-level scorer. There's so many things. But my favorite thing is watching this guy in an NBA Finals play with a broken nose, be hit repeatedly, and never flinch. His toughness and competitive edge.
The slam from Green. What a finish.
Come on, man. Green. Wow, the guard throwing down the alley-oop.
Pass to Dunn. Stolen by Van Vliet. Back comes Houston in transition. And here's Green from the arc. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Houston.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
And boy, have they started out quick, running the floor, taking advantage of their speed.
The best way to get a clean look is with those quick hitters on the break.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Three-pointer, Van Vliet. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Plumlee's got rebound number 7 tonight. Durant for 3. Offensive rebound. And the basket by Plumlee.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
Thompson passes to Green. Back to Thompson. It's stolen by Dunn. There's Booker on the attack. And that one drops for him. Booker's got 9 points.
You know, that's a case where big enough to absorb the contact, steady enough to finish through it. Booker is the real deal.
Here's Şengün. Ooh, good D by Plumlee. Suns trail by 8. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Booker with it. Green picks him up. Jones drives in. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker.
Devin Booker, not a guy who's going to just hunt out his own shot. If you're open, he'll find you.
Thompson lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Give him 8 points now.
Creative at the rim, giving the fans their money's worth.
Booker can't get it to go. Van Vliet outside. Got it up. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Houston finishing the quarter with an 8-point. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Nice game. Great performance by Jalen Green.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
Kicking off the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. Green is the 2 with Brooks at the 3. Alperen Şengün out there with Amin Thompson. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard position. For 3, Durant. Yes, sir! KD for 3.
Kevin Durant, the easy opportunity from 3. It's fluid and it's on point.
On the wing, Thompson. Brooks outside. Van Vliet scanning the floor. And it's off from three-point range.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Three-pointer, Beal connects from downtown. Beal's got 11 points.
You're talking about one of the sweetest shooting guards in the entire NBA. Bradley Beal from deep. Yes, sir.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
Man, absolutely jaw-dropping. And here's Green from the arc. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Richards has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Drafted as a 19-year-old back in 2015 by the Suns, Devin Booker has a special connection with Phoenix, Doris.
BA, they absolutely love Devin Booker in the Valley of the Sun. He's been with the Suns his entire career, and basically it's a fan base that has watched this young man grow up. And when you think over the long history of this organization, when you mention the best players in team history, there is no doubt he is part of that conversation.
For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. For the tie, that one's good. Give the assist to Booker. Booker's got 3 assists in the game.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe now.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
Thompson with it. Richards picks him up. Thompson's shot is off. Phoenix with the ball. They've got a 13-2 run going. Booker against Van Vliet. Out to Beal. That's tipped. And they're pushing it up. And here's Green from the arc. The Suns clear it. Dunn outside. And he lobs it up. Kevin Durant flying high.
I'll tell you, Kevin Durant is hyped. He knows no one can stop him if the pass is perfect.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Pass to Brooks. Puts up a 3. On target from range. Brooks has got 8 points.
And an excellent job distributing the ball tonight. You can really see his feel for the game.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
Outside Durant. From the arc. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. And there's Thompson on the assist by Van Vliet. Thompson's got 4 points in the quarter.
What a burst Thompson has. I mean, on his drives, he goes from 0 to 60 in a heartbeat. As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
Fades and shoots. Richards pulls it in.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Booker can't get it to go. And for the Rockets, they're shooting at a decent clip, 45% for the game. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Outside for Green. Launches a 3. No luck on that one.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Booker for 3. Rebound by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got rebound number 5 here tonight. The 3 from Thompson. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist. He's got 15.
A confident shot from Ahmed. I mean, when he trusts his J, Thompson is that much more difficult to check. He had a huge height advantage there and did not mess around.
Offensive board. Outside for Brooks. Pass to Thompson. Here's Van Vliet. Back to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
Booker, the pass to Beal. Here's Durant. A strong finish from KD inside.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Amen Thompson, he's feeling it tonight, and he's been the driving force for the Rockets. Hunting for opportunity. 3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. They've got Tyus Jones. Royce O'Neal is out there with Mason Plumlee. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's Dunn in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Over to the wing. Fires the 3. And it's Plumlee with the 3.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
For 3, Smith nails it from beyond the arc. And the Rockets lead by 1.
And he likes to be the answer guy. Smith with a huge response 3.
Here's Holiday. Soft touch off the glass. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Outside Booker. Outside O'Neal. Lets the three fly. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
For three, Smith. Pass to Whitmore. Now Smith. Outside Whitmore. Just 5 to shoot. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Here's Easton. No good from outside. A different look for Phoenix. Richards is checked in for Plumlee. Kevin Durant comes in for O'Neal. And it's Bradley Beal in for Dunn. And Houston will go for a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. Dylan Brooks comes in for Eason. Green's checked in for Whitmore. And Fred VanVleet is subbed in for Holiday.
Now Devin Booker ready on the opportunity to take any three he gets. That is pretty.
Here's Brooks. Nice D from Beal. The Suns leading. Pass to Jones. Here's the three. The shot comes out. The Rockets have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Brooks, the pass to Thompson. He takes it in. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Tough to slow Thompson down when he's got a lane to the rim like that.
Tipped away. To the middle. Green finds Thompson. Fade away. Can't get it to go. 9 for 13 shooting in this one. For three, Durant. It's hauled in by Houston. And here we go. The Rockets in transition. Şengün with it. He's picked up by Jones. Yes, it's good. And now a three-point Rocket lead.
Well, this is an important part of his offense. We know VanVleet can knock down big-time shots, but what a pretty pass right there.
Thompson with the block. And here's Green from the arc. The long-range shooting of Jalen Green.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
We've got 1:48 left in the fourth. Jones from outside. Here's Richards. The kick to Durant. Can they get it? And the Suns miss again. Houston leading by 6. And here's the fast break. Brooks, the pass to VanVleet. And the Suns pushing it up now. Here's Jones. Some solid defense from VanVleet.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Şengün.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Dunn, he's checked in for Jones. Phoenix is shooting 40% from the field in this one. Durant, the pass to Beal. Durant surveying the D. KD gets a step. And Durant with the big finish.
Big moments. This is who Kevin Durant is. He delivers when the game is in the balance.
And here's VanVleet from the arc. Richards pulls it in.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Out to Beal. Pass to Durant. Takes the three. They grab their own miss. From outside the arc. On the wing, Durant. And another shot. Count it. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
The kick out to VanVleet. Back to Green. And a foul called on the way. And no surprise here. At this stage of the game, they're going to use...
At possession down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Durant. And it's in. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within one. And it's Green missing. And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. The pressure is on. And he's got a plan to share with his guys. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
And there's not enough time to catch and shoot, so they'll have to tip it in off the inbound pass.
And so the big win by Houston in a tight game.
a matchup we have here in the front court break.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. We've got Davis. Klay Thompson is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Daniel Gafford. And it's Washington in at the 3. Now Richard. Following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Here's Dunn. And it's off from three-point range. Now Washington. Pass to Irving. Outside Davis. Shoots over KD. It's hauled in by Dunn.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
The 3 from Davis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And here's Booker from the arc. Traps in the tray. Booker's got the game going here with the first basket for the Suns. Washington kicks to Irving. Back to Washington. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. But we were just talking, P.J. Washington has improved his defense, hasn't he?
He really has been intentional about getting better at that end of the floor. And, you know, he always had a good foundation for potentially being an outstanding defender, but then he put the work in. You know, he does a great job with his positioning. He's got excellent positional size, and because of all of that in his work, he's a versatile defender now that can make an impact at that end of the floor.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did speak with Mike Budenholzer for a few minutes. Now, when it came to Kyrie Irving, Coach said trying to contain him tonight won't be easy. He told me Kyrie is a fantastic player, but I feel confident that our guys will be all over him tonight. Pretty strong words, guys.
Thanks so much, David. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Phoenix has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. KD, that's for 2. And he gets it to go from the corner.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Irving with a clean look. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. And stolen by Irving. Washington with it. Now Beal defending. Thompson from long range. Dallas, no good that time either. Phoenix leading by 5. Here's Richards, and a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Great timing by Booker, setting up his teammate for success.
Irving can't get it to go. And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. They get the rebound. Dunn kicks to Booker. 8 away. It's rebounded by Dallas. Gafford's got 5 rebounds tonight. Irving for 3. Rebound by the Suns.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that took.
Sinks the triple. Booker's got 6.
Every chance he gets, Booker willing to take that shot. A consistent three-point shooter.
Left side, Davis. Can they get it? Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
3-pointer, another 3 for Phoenix.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those 3s early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
Now, here's Washington. Hasn't made one yet. Booker with a deep 3. Kept alive. Puts up a deep 3. Richards passes to Booker. From deep 3-point territory. Again, the miss by Booker.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Thompson from long range drains the three-pointer.
Such a silky, smooth stroke from deep. Thompson, excellent accuracy.
Outside Durant. Lets the three fly. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Phoenix Suns looking at a 13-point lead. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, the Suns pretty much in control here.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
On the floor for Dallas, they've got Kyrie Irving. He's out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Christie is out there with Derek Lively. And it's Marshall in at the 4. Suns leading by 14. And with this score of the Suns, you know, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Now Irving following Tyus Jones's three-point attempt. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Allen's shot is off. Mavericks trail by 14 from deep. And that's good. Kyrie Irving for 3. Irving's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's the decisiveness we talk about with Irving. He's quick and right at it. A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Now here's Dinwiddie to the middle. Irving kicks to Marshall. Back to Irving. It's out of bounds. Last touch by O'Neal.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
The Suns making a change here. Dunn's checked in. Beal against Dinwiddie. This one for 3. Plumlee with the rebound. Phoenix leading by 14. Dunn wide open. He fires. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. 3-pointer. Marshall can't hit. Suns have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Plumlee, no luck. Mavericks trail by 14. Here's Christie. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Phoenix has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Outside for Beal. Outside, Jones. Beal against Dinwiddie. O'Neal from long range. And the Suns miss again. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. To the surprise of some, Derek Lively made an immediate impact as a rookie.
Count me amongst those folks, Kevin. I saw him in college, and I liked his potential, and I thought it would take a while longer for him to have an impact. But, boy, he has exceeded expectations in a big way. And because of his shot blocking and energy, running the floor, rim running, and the like, he's earned himself some nice minutes as a contributing player. And you know what? Dinwiddie is very dependable at serving his teammates on the court. Seems like a natural leader.
A kick out to O'Neal. The tray. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And that's just too much space to give a shooter like him. He works to get open, but the defenders have to work harder to nullify that.
Marshall can't hit. O'Neal with it. Guarded now by Marshall. There's Beal with the 3. Outside, Jones. A 3 ball. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. The shot's good from Christie.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Here's Plumlee. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in a single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable. For three. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for three. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Plumlee. Kevin Durant comes in for Royce O'Neal. And it's Devin Booker in for Dunn. And it's Davis missing. Phoenix leading by 13. Outside, KD. Phoenix no good that time either.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
And it's Washington missing. Well, Phoenix shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Back to KD. Kicks it out to Jones. Up again. No dice on the putback jam. And the foul on Daniel Gafford. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
The Suns shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And a season ago at the charity stripe, this is a group that shot an impressive 81%.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, they're free.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Durant is out there with Nick Richards. And it's done in at the small forward position. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Davis against Durant. Beal from long range. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
And here's KD for three. Drills it from outside. Durant's got 11 points.
Right back at you. Durant motivated to put it right in his opponent's face. No better way to do it than with a three of his own.
Irving for three. It's hauled in by the Suns. Beal's got 6 rebounds in the game. The three. And it's Kevin Durant with the three. KD's got 6 in the quarter.
What doesn't Kevin Durant do? He's showing us everything here.
Gafford finds Thompson. Back to Gafford. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And it's Irving missing.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And you know, Clark, you look at the switch the Mavericks hit last year. This is a team that has certainly bought in.
It's pretty clear, Kevin. They believe in their coach, and they know they can make it to the finals now. They look to empower one another. They play as more than the sum of their parts, that's for sure. A well-oiled, cohesive group.
Phoenix leading by 19. 4-on-3 break. Takes a three. Offensive rebound. And Booker kicks to Beal. Pass to Richards. Jacks up a three. Again, the miss by KD.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Irving passes to Washington. Lets it go with a three. The rebound by Richards. Richards got 9 rebounds now tonight. Done with it. Richards with it. Fires from deep. Dunn's shot's good. Dunn's got his first 3 points of the game.
And, you know, even though he's not a lights-out shooter from deep, the defense still has to be more aggressive there.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Irving for three. 1:44 left in the third quarter.
Rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
It's stolen by Davis. An even 3-on-3 break. To halt the run, and Irving with the basket on the assist by Davis. Irving's got 6.
Irving knows exactly when to let that shot go. He's a knockdown threat from deep for sure.
On the wing, Booker. Fades and shoots. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5-for-11 night.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Durant for 3. Mavericks with the rebound. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Thompson inside the line. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Thompson's got his second bucket.
The blend of confidence and skill, beautiful to see. Thompson knew all he needed was the ball in his hands.
Mavericks trail by 20. The shot. Davis finds Washington. Irving from long range. Phoenix grabs the miss. Beal's got his 7th rebound here tonight. For 3. Booker, good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Beal's got 4 assists in the game. Davis against Durant. Pulls it up. And it's Davis missing.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Launches a 3. The shot, no good. And so it's Phoenix riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. A look at the... And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And stolen by Irving. On the floor for Dallas. Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Christie. Then it's Derek Lively. And it's Marshall in at the 4 spot. Jones kicks to Booker. That 3 off the mark. Mavericks trailed by 21. Here's Christie. They get it back. Wide open shot is on the money. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing. And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Christie can't make it.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they just given away.
Booker, no good. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
A kick out to O'Neal. Back to Booker. Fires for 3. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. The kick out to Irving, and stolen by Booker. And here we go, Plumlee heading to the hoop.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And here's O'Neal. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Here's Dunn. No good on the three.
Well, in most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
The shot's good from Christie.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the three in transition.
And here's Marshall from the arc. Rebound by the Suns. O'Neal outside. Christie with the rebound. Mavericks trailed by 19. Dinwiddie for three. Pass to Irving. Goes back up. And it's good off the back rim and in. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
Able to strike from mid-range and all over the court. The versatility of Kyrie's offensive game, top shelf.
And there's another turnover by the Suns. Phoenix making some changes. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Plumlee. Kevin Durant comes in for Royce O'Neal. And Beal subbed in for Jones. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Jarek Lively. Davis comes in for Marshall. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Christie. And it's Klay Thompson in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Here's Booker. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
I mean, love how fearless Booker can be. Even the foul doesn't deter him from finishing off his business.
Well, you look at these role players, the Mavs have Clark. They've done a great job.
They really have, Kevin. I mean, the front office identified who the players were that could best play with their core stars. Needed defenders and guys that could catch and shoot the three. They went out and loaded up the roster with those perfectly fitting role players.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Phoenix.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Devin Booker.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
From past the arc, they get it back. Richards passes to Booker. Here's the three. KD can't get it to go. And here's Davis for three. And it's Durant with the rebound. Fires from way outside. Richards passes to Booker. There's the triple. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. And here's the fast break. Davis leading the way. No problem knocking that one down.
Simply found the open man there because he read the defense. Well done by Davis.
Durant kicks to Dunn. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Pass to Lively. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. Thank you for that, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.